Welcome back, everybody, to the Finders Flippers Resell Podcast, along with my cohorts. Ladies, how you doing this evening?
Hey, I'm Molly, a.k.a. Johnny.
I'm Sturt.
I don't know where everybody else is. I mean, they're all, gosh, you can't count on anybody, can you?
I mean, we tried to bring them in. They didn't want to be a part of the show this evening, so.
Yeah.
We don't take it personally in a bad way. It just builds our confidence big time.
If you remember, they were part of a video back a few months ago. They thought it was mighty funny that I was left out of the video. I hope they find this just as hilarious.
In the chats going on the side, because they're stuck back there, they're not loving it.
Let's go ahead and we're going to bring Johnny and we'll bring Libby in. Hey, everybody. It's good to see you here.
Hey!
It's about time you guys showed up.
This is wrong on so many levels.
I was here so early because I was like, I refuse to be late and be the steward. I'm not going to let it happen. No
She don't want to be the Sturt.
I wasn't going to be the steward. Nope.
He always says he's working, but I mean, is he really working that much? Really?
Johnny, I don't know where it comes from, dude, but you're one of the funniest people I know.
Sure, it's some kind of disorder.
About all we could do is we could have like the Men and Finders Flippers Resell Podcast holiday calendar or something.
Oh, I'm so glad this is such an informative reseller podcast.
minimum offers. Well, and even Chat GPT did that a little bit.
I'm
It's hard
just
to
going
say.
to interrupt here real quick. I think you need to stop using AI because you have not been able to speak properly this entire episode because you're relying too much on AI.
Hold on, I need to ask.
He can't even form a sentence.
It's eating his brain. Your brain is going away, Stuart. Don't let it happen.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Finders Flippers Resell Podcast. We're jumping into episode 59 tonight with Consignment Chats. Gentlemen, how you doing this evening?
Great.
Doing good, guy. Super excited. We have Samantha, Molly, and Libby, like Wes said, from Consignment Chats joining us again. We always have a blast when the ladies come on, and I think this is going to be another good one.
And gentlemen, I want to say a quick shout out to Avery and Katie. They watch us every Saturday morning. So I want to give them a quick shout out. So thank you guys for watching us here on the Finders Flippers Resell Podcast.
So what's new with you guys? Have you guys been sponsored by Knoxville yet? Like the city of Knoxville? I'm waiting for them to officially sponsor you.
No, we have not.
I just want you to know that Samantha has literally been trying. She's been trying. She's been trying to reach out to let them know, email them, like, you guys got to sponsor them. Like,
Well, Johnny's made the drive for it for sure. He's pushed us quite a bit.
The trivia. I mean, who else does that? Like, come on.
I mean, we give and we give and we give, but does Knoxville give back to us? No.
and Johnny, that's why when we meet up with you in a couple of weeks, we're meeting in Nashville, not Knoxville.
Yeah. We're just going to just right past Knoxville. You lost.
You lost out on this. Hey, Johnny, maybe we can visit Nashville.com to sponsor. I mean,
yeah, we're open to any city. I mean, we'll just wherever you want us to be from. It's fine.
You'll go with it.
Well, I better bring the lone wolf in. Here we go. There he is. We're going to stick him up.
Who is that? What's up? Look at him wearing his Tennessee shirt.
Glad to see you arrive.
Face.
Just let the record show that I was here first and Wes was like exercising his dictatorship power to leave me in the lobby. So
Well, now you know what it's like to be left out of a video. See, now you get the full effect.
Oh boy.
I will say the great thing about this group is that we don't hold grudges, and I really love that about this group.
hey Johnny, I'll give you a call on your private line after the show.
It's like the bat phone.
It's just going to be the Flippers
podcast.
Wow. What a great start to episode 59. Johnny, go ahead, my friend.
So number 59, and as you guys can see, it is not just the three of us, because as Stuart's daughter said, less of us is better. So we have brought in the ladies from Consignment Chats to join us. We want to hear about Boss. We got a lot to talk about, ladies, but welcome.
Thank you for having us.
We love hanging out with you guys, you know.
It's so good to have you guys back.
It's one of our favorite places to be.
Yes.
And you guys have been so busy.
We have.
I mean, you guys have been everywhere.
We like to start something small and extend it and make it as big and as much as we possibly can. I mean, It's the way we roll. It's how we roll. Yeah. So
and then of course, we'll see you soon too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Samantha's ready to pack her bags and start heading down.
Right. My next 2-week vacation for a 3-day conference. That's how we do that. Yep.
Absolutely.
And Molly's getting the party started at her house, I heard, since she's the official party planner.
Yes, I am the party planner. So, yeah, we're going to do a little dinner. I got to get the official night from Samantha and Libby, and then we're going to have a little pre-Nashville Flipper party here at the Liska house, the Liska Lodge, and have Johnny and Liz over and our friend Lisa, who helped run the eBay Open. the eBay Open meetup. Have her come over because she's part of our Patreon, and Samantha and Libby have not met her in person yet. And if you guys want to drive on over to Greensboro for dinner, we'd love to have you join.
Yeah, it's only like a 4-hour drive. That's nothing.
Oh, it's totally worth it.
It's probably 12 hours now going across
I would
the
offer
mountain.
you a place to spend the night, but Libby and Samantha have already claimed that, so Johnny's going to have to offer his extra space.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to come on over.
I forgot about that. I drove that trip from Gatlinburg to Greensboro, what was it, a week before that storm?
Mhm.
So yeah, it was only 3.5 hours that time, but I forget that it's crazy now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A little bit of road changes happened there.
So can you tell us what the menu is going to be so we can decide?
No.
Okay.
No. There's no.
Do I
this
send
is
you
none of
my
that.
food allergies or?
You know what's funny? I was actually going
Plenty
to
of peanuts and everything else.
text you to ask if either one of you had food allergies. So yeah.
I'm allergic to anything that doesn't taste good. So
Okay.
as long as it tastes good, it's totally fine.
I'll be sure to order out then. No, I'm going to do.
Molly, we have so much to talk about. We just got a new empanada restaurant. There's an Italian restaurant opening up in our neighborhood. I mean,
Visit
it's getting wild in the
Greensboro.com.
Cardinal.
Now, Molly,
Have you been to the empanada restaurant? I haven't been yet.
Yeah, it's not good.
No. What is wrong with that place? It's I don't know. It's so wrong.
It's
That
not
place
good.
just cannot make it.
Yeah,
It has been
I can't-
every color painted, every possible name, and it just can't. If a Taco Bell, when we moved here, it was Taco Bell. If a Taco Bell cannot survive,
Yeah.
nothing's going to happen.
Is it the place on the corner? I feel like I know the place you guys are
You know
talking
the
about.
place because it was like an army green.
Yes, I do know what you guys are talking about.
Before that, it was this color, these colors.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, it was a
seafood
weird
restaurant.
seafood place.
And that was 2 months. And then somebody came in and they spent all this money redoing it, repainting it, and months, and it never opened.
It's just empty. Yeah.
And apparently the empanada restaurant ain't
No
happening.
bueno. No bueno.
Well, they
Well,
will not be sponsoring this podcast. So
No. I mean, when you're open to all sponsorships, it's hard to give anybody a hard time, but we're going to have to pass on that one just for integrity purposes.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
So, Molly, have you and Johnny decided to traipse across the mountain over here to Nashville together? I mean, you could do that technically.
So we haven't decided to go together, but who knows? I don't know what time they're leaving. We'll talk about it. We may
Yeah,
caravan.
we'll figure out what we're doing. I'm not sure what the official plans are yet.
Yeah, we haven't quite solidified ours yet.
So
Hey.
I am coming from Michigan to Libby's in Pennsylvania. Then Libby and I are driving to North Carolina. And then we're all driving with Molly's husband as well to Nashville.
Gotcha.
We got a lot going on.
And we were hoping to pick up Stuart and Amy along the way and drag them, but
I mean, literally, we would have had to been dragging them behind the vehicle. What the hell are you talking about?
This is what a caravan's about. Johnny got a new vehicle. He can fit them. Yeah. He's got room. How about visit greensboro.com? How about the neighborhood yard sales coming up, Johnny, just to keep it about us?
So if we're going to keep it about us, we may be participating a little bit differently. We may be actually participating.
Okay, see, I thought about doing that last time and then this time, but I don't think I want to. I think I got to go. All right,
Well, especially if Johnny and Liz aren't going to be out scouting out the same things.
So wait a minute. Oh, he sent me a text, y'all. Let me just set this up for you. Johnny texted my phone with an image of the sign that it was coming again and said, coffee? ? Now I understand what he's saying. He's basically saying, bring us coffee.
Yeah. I was actually trying to distract you from yard sailing since I was going to be hosting a yard sale.
If I can't have the deals, no one can.
I think you owe him one after they vacuumed and cleaned up their whole house and you didn't show up, Molly.
Right?
Come on. The least you could do is bring coffee.
They owe me. Their floor got clean. Jeez. I was going to text them and say I'll be there at 6 so they'd clean their house again. But
we're still afraid to open the closet we threw everything in because it's just going to fall out on the floor.
You joke about that, but that is literally how my husband cleans. I'll be like, oh my gosh, this garage looks great, and then I'll go to get something out of the shed, and he's like, don't open the shed.
You laugh, Johnny.
So if we're gonna get into reselling at some point, I guess, and then we definitely want to hear about Boss. So we're trying very hard to clear out old, stale inventory, and we're doing a couple different things. But part of us is thinking like, why don't we just have a garage sale, like literally put everything for $1 and just get it the heck out of here? Because at least if we put it out for a garage sale, we won't bring it back into the house. It'll go to the car. We'll drive around with it for 6 months, but then we will donate it. Versus if we don't, because you want to be garage sailing, not garage cellaring, you know?
Hey,
And
Johnny,
I feel like our garage sales start slow.
When we used to have garage sales, we haven't had one in a couple of years. We would just, at the end of the day, at the end of Saturday, we just put something on Facebook Marketplace. We'd put everything up at the curb, say free, and literally within 35 minutes, every last bit I'd be gone. Look like a bunch of vultures had come. There'd be a few little scraps, here and there. But if you really want to get rid of it, that's the way to do it.
And how much fun is it to sit at the window and see who stops and comes to get it, and it's just so much fun.
Libby loves people watching.
I do.
Isn't it kind of weird that your neighbors know what stuff you have, or is that just me?
Well, I think it's even better because you're going to have so much random stuff. They're going to be like, they had kids? I had no idea. Who's wearing this size 12, 14 jacket? I don't know. You're just going to have a lot of miscellaneous stuff. It keeps them guessing.
I like that.
Yeah. Some of my consigners, I don't know them well. I only know them through consigning, and I don't know them well enough to ask, where do you get all this stuff? Because they might just have a shopping problem. Some of my clients do. But the one lady, she brings all new with tag clothes, but it's all in random sizes. And it keeps me guessing because I don't know why she has so much, but all right.
Hey, if you have a nosy neighbor and really want to get them curious, have a yard sale and put a bunch of rope, duct tape, and duffel bags.
Stuff some garbage bags with everybody has in their back of their YouTube videos or Facebook videos, and just have them out by the curb, all wrapped up, looking like bodies. You'll get a lot of foot traffic that way, I'm sure.
Yeah.
With just a box of serial killer bios.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, if I would have thought to have done that when we had our old neighbor, we had this neighbor and she was the most nervous Nelly person in the world. And Amy and I built a storage building at the bottom of our driveway, and she could see it out of her window. And she came over to me one day and she goes, "That's a nice storage building, Stuart." And I said, "Yeah, it is." She goes, did you get permission from the neighborhood? I said, no, if you look at the bylaws, we're in a section that you don't have to get permission. Basically, we just can't have chickens in the yard. And she goes, well, I wished you wouldn't have built it. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, but, we needed storage space. She goes, well, now all I can do is she goes, I saw a movie once with a building like that, and this person got killed in there. And now all I can do is look out the window and just think of that movie. I said, well, sounds like a personal problem. I said, we're not tearing the storage building down, so you're going to have to learn to live with it.
Was your hair grown out at that time? Because you do look a little serial killer-esque when you have your hair grown out. I'm just saying. You're going to have a garage sale. What are the rest of you guys doing? Stuart apparently has booths or something he keeps talking about. I don't know. How's that going?
Going well. I think I'm actually speaking. I got a call from Pam Arnold the other day, and I'm going to speak at the Tampa user group or something about booths. So we'll see how that goes.
Like things are looking really, really on track behind you there in your background.
Oh yeah, that's all thanks to Amy. She came up with my organization system back there. So
I thought maybe that was the case.
He's a keeper.
I got this new camera and I can't figure out how to not have just the wide angle view here, but
you need to scoot closer.
I was going to say,
I'm literally on top of the camera here.
Wait, so Stuart, do you have to go to Tampa?
No, it's going to be done virtually.
Is that the one that Yaya is in? Is that the group she's in?
Yes, because I think Pam said that she would be reaching out to me about exactly what they're expecting. So hopefully they're not expecting much, but
you'll rock it.
Stuart, how about the podcast before you do that? You read it for us as like a test run.
Yeah.
All right.
And y'all can critique me and, that was terrible. Or you're not going to say that, are you?
You know they'll do an excellent job critiquing.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Is it going to be like wordy and long, or is it going to be like?
I have no idea. I don't know if I'm doing a presentation or if they're just. She just said we'd like to get together and chat with you, so I don't know. Maybe it's just questions and answers. I don't know if I'm supposed to do a PowerPoint, exactly what, so we'll see.
All right.
Johnny's going to chat GPT all of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should just chat GPT this whole thing and just have it be as wild as just AI makes it.
Yeah.
There you go. So, Johnny, I'm going to go back to your yard sale thing. If you don't get rid of things there, what other options would you do to get rid of your old stock? Look, I'm like hosting.
I would just donate it at this point.
Yeah.
That's what I do every year.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I do the same thing. I pull the old stuff, and then I list it for basically $1 or $2 a piece, and then whatever's left over, I will usually do like a fill a bag the last couple hours, and people from all over the neighborhood come and fill bags up, and the rest goes to Goodwill.
I don't know. I would be interested to get your guys' feedback on this. I'm kind of anti going through inventory and delisting and pulling it. Like, to me, there's a time involved in that to where I'm not going to do that. But like a lot of the stuff we're going to do here is like death pile and stuff like that and just get it out. Because it's been sitting. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say with you. And I know different people, it's your storage space, but like for Libby and I, we list it and it's there. Once the work's done, we don't mess with it again. Even if we were saying recently on we sell things from how long ago? 12 years ago. And all of a sudden something will sell and I'll be like, oh my gosh, that was from back when we were in the storefront,
Mm-hmm. And then you go, where the hell is it? Oh my God, do I still have it?
But so I did unlisted. Yeah.
So I did go through and I've been running sales for old stuff and just lowering prices and started just playing with things to try to move old stuff. And it really hasn't done it. And I know I can delist and relist it, but what I've done is everything over, I would say a year and a half, I switched to free shipping. Mm-hmm. And we have sold in the last 4 days, 8 things that have been listed for almost a year and a half, if not longer, with free shipping.
You needed us.
Getting
Because
it out.
Libby and I do all of our clothing free shipping, pound and under. And yeah, across the board. That's what it is. And it does sell because of that. I mean, I always remind people, you have to think so many people are like Amazon shoppers and you get everything for free shipping. People look for free shipping. That's what they want.
Yeah.
So if you have to adjust the price, you adjust a price to help set that off. But,
Well, and that's a search option on eBay. So I do know a lot of people toggle that and only show me free shipping items.
yeah.
And, and then ultimately, if they sort it from highest to lowest price too, I mean, even if you worked your shipping in, as long as you're somewhere and not way down the list. I do everything free shipping on eBay, except for when I do auction. Yep. Except for when I do auctions. Auctions are the only thing I don't do free shipping on. So yeah, I do free shipping on eBay, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace. And then Etsy, I do all calculated shipping just because you can charge a little more on Etsy.
Right.
So I mean, I don't charge much less on Etsy, but I still do calculated shipping. And then of course, Poshmark, you can't do free shipping. So, and it seems to have worked well. I still have some old listings that have calculated shipping on eBay, but it's been a year and a half since I've started doing only free shipping.
So then I just listed this.
No.
Yeah, I just listed this very large clay pottery vessel that was like 7 point whatever pounds. You would do that free shipping?
Yeah, I would just work it into the price. And the good thing is with like you used to couldn't do that because you didn't get insurance, with the whatever the non-priority mailing used to be called. And but now with Ground Advantage and UPS in a pinch, if that ends up being the cheapest, the delta between your west and east is not near as much as it is with like priority mail. I mean, priority mail, something like that would be, $45 to ship to California and $12 to ship somewhere, on the East Coast. But with Ground Advantage, it's going to be more like probably $7 and $13. So it's just kind of one of those. It's, I guess, cost averaging. I know that, I'm going to make more on the East Coast, less on the West Coast, but it all kind of balances out. So.
Now, do you do best offer also?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other thing, go ahead.
I was going to say, I do best offer also. So a lot of times when I get an offer with the depending on the free shipping part, or if they're on the West Coast asking for it, I may be more apt to take a lower offer because the shipping is going to be higher for them than I would if it's somebody in, South Carolina or Georgia. I will look at that and kind of go, well, they're paying more for shipping, so I'll take that extra, whatever hit on that.
So I do flat rate, and I have to think of the same thing when people send offers, just because I already have those flat rates, which I could easily build in and do free shipping on all of them. I already know what I would charge for each item, each weight range and stuff. But I had to think the same thing. Like, I'll turn down offers in California or Florida if they're too low because my shipping's not going to cover it.
Yeah.
I love my calculated shipping, and I don't worry about any of it. Prices go up, I'm taken care of. East Coast, West Coast, doesn't matter. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just found my sales did go up once I started offering free shipping on everything. And, and at least it does when you get an offer, it does show the zip code it's going through and so you can either counter. And the other thing I started doing when I did, at the same time I did free shipping, I set minimum offers on everything. It weeds out the lowball stuff automatically because I used to not do that. But the other thing I've been really successful with on eBay the last probably month that I just started doing is allowing counter offers on offers. I had never done that before, just for whatever reason. And I've sold so much stuff now. And for the most part, they're reasonable. The only thing I don't like about the counter offers is that eBay doesn't follow your minimum offer anymore. So they can send low balls. But
it's also really hard to see sometimes if you can't even find it what you previously offered them to like go back and forth. So if they're not timely about it, then it's like, oh dang, what did I send them? What was this offer? But Yeah.
I noticed that too. It seems like there may be a bug where it doesn't show the offer history. I mean, it says, it's got the 3 categories like declined offers, expired offers, offers you've sent, but it's always blank after they send a counter offer back. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked them about that when we were at Boss, but they didn't really have an answer other than they're working on it. So,
and we do that. We screw that up all the time because it's like we have 2 hands in the cookie jar.
Right.
So like Lizzie will be like, "What offer did you just send them?" And I'll be like, "Oh, 50." And she's like, "Oh, well, I sent them for 45 earlier."
Right.
Like, well, oops.
I mean, that happens with us because Libby does the constant offers, best, and she'll send those out a couple of times a day. And then people will counter on it. Well, I don't know what's sent out. Like I don't, and so I'll counter back. And then once you send your counter, then all of a sudden it shows you what the original offer, not before, but after you send it, I'm like, oh, well, that was a couple of dollars more. Well, they'll either, come back, and I think maybe twice I've had somebody say that was higher, and I'll just respond back, sorry, but we don't have a way of knowing,
Or
track of that.
too bad, you should have taken the first offer.
The price went up.
Right? Oh.
Hey, Wes.
Yes.
Quick question. Going completely away from this, I just noticed, why didn't you update the icon or the logo on this screen?
Yeah, you have a new logo, man.
Well, I was waiting to get the background icon updated as well because I didn't want to have one and the other, so I've got to get that fixed. I think that's Johnny's department sending me that picture.
Finger pointing's already starting here.
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
Y'all need a branding expert, it sounds like.
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
The picture in the background, it says like and subscribe. It has our old emblem on there. So I didn't want to fix this other one up there unless I don't know.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, by the way, guys, our stickers have been shipped. We should have those in the next.
Nice.
ooh.
Nice.
Did y'all see our new logo, by the way?
Yes, I
have
love
not.
it. I love it.
Let's see.
You pulling it up? I can pull it up. It's really cute. Y'all probably don't want to hear it's cute, but I like it.
That's exactly what we were going for.
Oh my gosh.
There it is. Yeah.
Love it.
Can you guess who's who?
100%.
And
I just
by the
love-
way, that was completely done with AI. I have no artistic skills, and it worked really well. I use AI. I use ChatGPT for our podcast descriptions, and I'd recently upgraded to the paid version. We're gonna have a whole episode on this, but I mean, I had not been happy with the way List Perfectly does descriptions and titles, even though you tell it not to use more than 80 characters and don't use keywords more than 20 and don't use superfluous words, and it still does. So I thought, somebody had posted something on one of the Facebook groups about things they use GPT for and said you really need to think outside the box. And so I thought, $20 a month, I'm just going to take the plunge and try this. And I mean, the descriptions and titles and keywords it brings back are like exactly how I would write them. I mean, and I have to do very little editing. I was spending so much time editing the AI stuff that so it didn't sound AI. And this stuff doesn't sound AI, and it seems like I've sold more since I've started doing that. But anyway, one of the other benefits of the $20 a month is it'll do the graphics for you. So I'd always ask ChatGPT to help with our podcast descriptions and stuff. I just said, hey, based on our podcast descriptions I've been asking about, come up with a logo. And the first one it came up with, and this was based on, I guess, things we had talked about in the show, was this. Like it has records and sneakers and a microphone.
Oh, yeah.
And then I thought, it might be cool if we did like cartoonish versions of us. So I uploaded 3 photos and it like nailed them pretty well. So I was very pleased.
I wanted a cartoon version of us the other day, but I do not pay for anything. But we pay for Canva. So I went into Canva and was using theirs.
Terrible.
It's so terrible. All of a sudden we were all Asian and had gray hair. And I was like, what is this? It was terrible.
Yeah, Johnny tried Canva first, and it didn't work very well.
No. They really wanted us to be finders and flippers with 4 P's.
Right?
And you can't edit the lettering.
No, and it does not know how to spell. It glitches out with any type of lettering. Yeah.
So my friend Joe is super into Chat GPT, and he's driving us all crazy because he now named it Alex, and he's like, "Oh well, Alex said." Now he's asking Alex for dating advice. Like, how do I respond to this? And he's taking the advice.
Oh gosh,
like, he's taking the freaking advice. It's getting scary here. Very scary.
Does he have a TikTok or something? Because I want to follow along on this dating journey that he's going, especially if he's following AI's advice.
I am going to have
to get him to start one.
What happened to the whole be authentic?
So this is a perfect segment into tell us about Boss.
All right, so Libby, no, I'm just kidding. Let me tell you about Libby.
Some parts of Vegas stay in Vegas, Molly. Stop it.
Oh, no, I know. No, none of it stays in Vegas. Libby, why don't you go get those special pictures we have?
No.
Oh, special pictures.
No.
So, Boss Reseller Remix, y'all, it, as always, was just top notch. The speakers were phenomenal. It was a wonderful group of people. About half of them were new. And that was a ton of fun, meeting new people, being able to help them through the whole walk of what it's like. And Vicky and Katie and Teresa did an amazing job putting it all together. We had fun starting the whole thing off with our cabana pool party all day Monday. So biggest turnout yet. I had a group picture that, gosh, I don't know how many if we counted, but
I don't know. I haven't even got to see this group picture yet, so I don't know.
That means, do you know what that means? That means she hasn't watched the Boss video that we released a week and a half ago. That's what she's telling you.
I watched like the first part.
It's up there.
Oh. Yeah, so for those that don't know, Boss is a conference in Las Vegas held at the Blind Center of Nevada, and it is all things reselling, whether you sell on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, whatnot, like any of it. They have people there from eBay, and I mean, eBay had like 8 employees there this year. There was a bunch of people there.
Yeah,
there was a lot. And then they have people from like Worth Point and List Perfectly and stuff like that all there to talk to people. And it's 2.5 days. And then the day before it all starts, we do a pool party, cabana party, where people can just come and mingle. And that is where a lot of the new people come, which this year was a ton of people. And they, ask questions, get to see a couple faces before they get into it, so it's not so intimidating when they get to the actual conference itself. So we did a lot of peopling very quickly.
It was a lot of peopling, y'all. It was. It was a ton.
But it was awesome. Yeah.
I've got to make it again next year. I have not been now in 2 or 3 years. So
you may or may not have been talked about a time or two, but I will tell you, Stuart, I went back to the night that you walked away and said, "Stay right here. I'll be right back," and left and never came back.
So if any of us ever tried to go anywhere or do anything, she's like, "I have trust issues from Stuart." I don't
remember what happened to Stuart.
I got caught up at a 3-card poker table and forgot to go back outside. So,
geez, I'm like, where the heck is he? Did somebody mug him in the alley? Topless.
How long went by before you realized he had never come back?
Oh no, it wasn't that long because I was ready to go in. I was ready to be done out there at that point. So
I'm surprised y'all still hang out with me. I lie. I forget y'all's names. I mean, it's just.
I know. It's really more about Amy, Stuart, than it is you.
Okay.
We love you. We love you. There's your
Still say, Molly, I still say that you and Johnny need to rent a van when you all come over to Nashville.
Yeah.
And load up all your stuff that you're going to donate or whatever. Put it in like body bags, like you said, and throw it out on his front lawn on the way by.
Yeah, and just like roll it out, like just wear a black ski mask and just roll it out.
So you're next, Stu. There you go.
That would
what
be
I was
great.
actually going to do is take all the crap that didn't sell at the garage sale and just set it up in his booth at Granny's attic and just cover all his stuff.
Anyway, I gotta tell you the story. That night that you ditched me, when I finally went back in, I went to the very first machine because I don't remember if it was you or somebody else said, always play the one right inside the door. It's the good one. And it was the Buffalo machine and it was old. And I was like, really? And I was like, well, I'm going to sit here and play this. I'll give him 10 more minutes. And I won like $700. And I was like, holy moly, right?
So everything was fine.
You're welcome then.
Yeah. So Samantha and I were gambling one night. Well, I guess every night, really.
We do that a lot. Yeah.
This one particular night, I was like, I'm looking for a new machine. I don't like it. And I walked away from her and I found the Buffalo machine. And I had been losing all night long, and dadgummit, if I didn't make my money back, cashed out and walked away. Yep.
Buffalo.
So thought about you. Yep.
I mean, I do really probably have Boss Reseller Remix, the very first one to thank for the fact I'm even sitting here, because before that, I mean, I never thought about ever doing anything like this but I mean, I met so many people. I went out there without knowing anybody. I was one of those, like, people who knew not one person and ended up leaving with so many new friends. And that's really when I learned, because I had not ever watched YouTube videos or anything like that before I went out there. I mean, all these people are, oh, that's Harry Tornado. That's this. That's, like who? I'd never heard of any of them. And in fact, I remember being in line with Josh, I think it was, and people were coming up to him. Like, I turned to him and said, you must be somebody, because everybody goes, well, I've got a YouTube channel and it's called Harry Tornado. I said, well, I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. And he goes, actually, that's really refreshing to hear because, at these kind of events. So, but yeah, I mean, and so I didn't even really know this kind of world existed. So,
yeah. Who else was it that was saying that? Oh, Mike Metco Meetups was saying the same thing, that it was him going to his first meetup that opened his eyes to what was actually out there. And that's what got him started on what he's doing now. So it really is. I mean, even if you're not going there to add a podcast or YouTube or anything like that, just the wealth of knowledge that you learn from everybody who's in the same line of business, but walking different walks than you're walking. There's always something to learn from somebody. So,
and people always ask, well, is it worth it to go to these? Well, it's hard to quantify. I mean, you can't say, yeah, I spent $2,000 going to Vegas and I made $2,000 back. But yeah, it's just, even if you got nothing out of any of the speakers, just all the relationships you make and the people you talk to, I mean, that in of itself makes it worth it. So
yeah, I mean, I've got lifelong friends out of it, lifelong friends that will be there forever. And I wouldn't have that otherwise with these people. So it's pretty amazing. What we've talked about many times, and one of the reasons we love Boss so much, aside from the amazing job that Katie, Vicky, and Teresa do, is the connection with the Blind Center, because it's always been, Libby and I met many, many years ago through our elementary PTO, because we both had this give and do for others mentality, because that's how we were raised and it's what's in our hearts. And so to be able to go to Vegas and be in this amazing educational and fun community environment, but at the same time give back and learn so much from these visually impaired humans that are working and doing what they're doing and selling on eBay, it's a whole nother level that none of the others have, that to me just sets it so much higher above any other. Now, I've gotten value out of every one I've done, and I will go to many others, but Boss is my do or die for sure.
I think that's what has Lizzie and I excited about the Nashville meetup that we'll be at. We went to FlipCon a couple years ago, and we had started reselling like 6 months before that. So we were just like kind of like shaking in a corner, and people would come up to us and we just, oh yeah, hey. And then the next year we're like, all right, we're going to talk to people this time. And then like we got there and we talked to a couple of people and we're like, okay, we're done. And so we're excited about Nashville just because
Libby,
when you're brand new.
I I don't remember them talking to you and I at
No.
Yeah, I
No,
don't.
no, we didn't talk to anybody.
All that walking up and introducing yourselves. Nope.
Yeah, you're going to be with us in Nashville. We talk to everybody, and we're going to be just dragging you around. Have you met Johnny?
Well, but I do think, Johnny, too, you being on this podcast, I mean, you also are getting to be well known.
Yeah.
I think. People are.
Well, this just kind of gives you a platform to talk, right? Like, so you kind of get some of it's just talking,
right?
And then when you're new, you don't think your inherent value's the same, right? Because you're like, I'm new, I don't know.
You're a little intimidated. Yeah. It's intimidating.
Mhm.
Sure.
We're not going to be able to shut Johnny up. I'm sure of it because
my Polish will come out and I'll speak.
when you walked into the eBay Open event, you came in and you said hey to me, and 2 minutes later you were just introducing yourself all over the place. So.
He told you to hang on. He'll be right back. Did he tell you?
Yeah, he said, "Come out here, and I'll be right back. Don't move. Stay right here." Yeah,
She's actually still there. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but she's not in her office anymore.
We just call
Johnny,
those
please do
goodbyes
that.
now.
yeah.
They're just an old Stuart goodbye.
Yeah.
The Sturt
You'll
goodbye.
never outlive it, buddy. Sorry.
I'm excited for Nashville, and like all of these ones we do. There were great speakers at Boss. I did learn things. I mean, like they talked about selling on Walmart, and they talked about the one lady did a whole presentation just about miles and rewards for credit cards and different like apps and stuff to use for that. And there was a lot to take in for those types of things. But my favorite is the mingling and all the, I am pumped that, a lot of us are all in the same hotel, and that lobby is going to be hopping at night. That when we went to Arizona a couple years ago and went to List Perfectly's reseller camp that they did, that the speakers were great, but I don't really remember any of them. Honestly, I just remember everybody networking and mingling in between and afterwards, and all the time that you get to chit chat and talk with people. So
does that mean nobody remembers us from our speaking at Camp Liston Park? Is that what you're saying?
Stuart did a whole video about our presentation.
Yeah, that was the only presentation I remember. So.
Oh, hold on. One more heart. You just want the hearts. You just want the hearts. He's making up for ditching me out on Fremont Street. See? Yeah, it is. It's all about being together. I mean, it's so much fun. It really, really is. And I hope that we're making Wes and Stuart feel like, gosh, I really should be in Nashville, because you should.
Yeah, I would love to go. It's just the weekend before my daughter's wedding, we just did not feel like we could commit to going, because we don't know what's going to be going on that weekend. We may end up just be twiddling our thumbs and say, wish we were in Nashville.
All right.
But
this is the last daughter wedding, though, right? Are you finally getting all these kids married off? What do you
no, this is only 50%. It's two-thirds of the daughters and 50% of the total brood. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Johnny, we could do an episode. You just set up in the lobby down there and bring the ladies in with you.
Yeah.
We can just pull an episode as
Yeah.
you're on there.
I'll bring a microphone remote. We're just live.
Yeah.
Let's go to our man on the street, Johnny.
I want one of those mini mics, and I want you to hold it with one of those little tiny hands.
Oh, God.
No.
That's what I want to do. Watch.
I'm going to get a regular mic and then a tiny hand and just caress the side of your face.
You've got to do a lot of this, Johnny. Hold on just a second. I'm getting some breaking news right now.
Johnny just
Yeah.
Oh, me.
caress.
So, there's always the opportunity that Consignment Chats and Finders Flippers, we could come up with a reseller meetup that we host annually. I mean,
look at Gatlinburg.
Together, let us know where to be.
Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg. There's so many rooms there. So.
well, I'm saying visit Knoxville.com. I mean, we could really get a sponsorship there.
Oh.
Careful, guys. They're trying to get into our Knoxville money. Abandoned ship.
Johnny is so competitive, y'all. I asked him,
he's very
how do you like to source? Oh, no. There's a game.
Shut it down, Wes. Shut it down.
We're having. We're going under a tunnel.
I can't hear you. We're going to charge you with that, Molly. You go ahead and let's get this ball rolling.
All right. Because see, I am the party.
We'll do our
planner.
own.
The party planner. There we go.
The Consignment Flippers Reselling Convention, or
Oh gosh.
How about the flipping C chats? How about I'll come up with it.
Can it be in Michigan? Can we just do something in Michigan?
No, just no.
Anything?
No.
Sorry.
I can ask
Absolutely not.
Alex.
Ask Alex.
That's Alex.
Alex will be like, there are 5 other resellers in the state of Michigan. It's a great place.
Samantha has us like booking a Holiday Inn in Saskatoon or something like that.
I could see Molly pulling that together, though. I see it. I
Yeah.
think you can do it.
I mean, you'd only have like 2 months out of the year to plan a time frame with it, though, because we are in the middle of a crazy snowstorm right now.
Get
so.
it done before eBay open, I bet.
Snowstorm.
Yes, we're having a bad
You
snowstorm.
know, Samantha, as
Like
much
right
as I
now?
want to come to
Yeah.
Michigan,
That's why we're not coming there, see.
right.
Yeah.
I was saying, as much as I want to come to Michigan, I want to come to Michigan in the summer to visit you and spend my days at the lake, not
Yeah.
sourcing. So I want to go
Yeah,
somewhere.
All right.
We need another reseller. We're gonna do one. We'll find a place.
It's got to be Knoxville or Gatlinburg, one or the other.
Oh, it has to be Tennessee. You're saying, Wes?
Well,
All
Samantha,
Or
don't feel
Asheville.
bad.
We could do Asheville.
I was in shorts today and a bee attacked me. So, I mean, you don't have that problem. So just
That's
think
true.
of it that way. There's always positives.
So
Yeah.
after we were done at Boss, we went to Utah and to St. George and spent a few days with our friend Jill there. And she took us into Zion and stuff. And I'm just like, they're down by the vehicle. They're looking at other stuff. And they're like, where'd Samantha go? I'm hiking up on top of a thing and I'm doing all this stuff. And I sit down and they're snapping pictures. And then I get down to the bottom and they're like, well, it's a good thing the rattlesnakes aren't really out right now, hopefully. And I'm like, rattlesnakes? What? Nothing can hurt you in Michigan. Like a bee is the worst problem ever. Like that's nothing.
except
For like
for
1
frostbite.
week, they're probably active, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, frostbite
I
is
was
a problem.
more worried about you falling off the cliff onto the road below when you decided to sit and dangle your legs down the street where cars were coming by way up here
It's fine.
than I was about rattlesnakes. It was too cold for them.
I'd spent too much time in a city the last week before that, and I needed nature, and I have to dangle my legs whenever I go hiking. So
You dangled
we
them.
have a lot of cliffs here, so that's what it's like a thing. So I had to find a cliff there and dangle.
All right. You did it.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Molly was a little nervous, though.
I just didn't know I was supposed to be watching for things that could kill me as I sat down and did it. Like that's not a thing here. Mm-mm.
It's a thing. It's a thing here, too. You got to watch those copperheads. Nick was up the hill the other day because we just got solar paneling, and he walked up the hill to look. And, of course, the weather speed. I'm like, can you watch where you step in your shorts and running shoes, please? Because,
Wait, do I have to worry about that in your backyard?
yeah,
We have one on
copperheads.
our front steps.
They blend in real well.
Oh,
Yeah, they look like
see, when we see a snake here, we say, "Oh, you're cute," and we pick it up because they're gardener snakes, and that's all we have. That's
No.
it.
There it is. Oh, right on your
Oh,
looky. When was
Yeah, that
that?
was my front step. And that was in September.
Did you put it on next door so everybody can talk about it on the next door?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
the
We like to
coyote
just
will come
throw
and
stuff
eat
on
it.
there. I don't think
Yeah.
we have coyotes here.
Yeah, we
Another
do.
one outside.
You
What
do
kind of snake was that?
We do have coyotes. And the other night, for
It
the
was a
first time,
copperhead.
Nick and I actually heard them calling, and we were excited. First time ever at the fire pit.
You heard them calling.
wasn't
Were they
your
like,
neighbor.
"Molly, where are you?"
Yes. Stuart's looking for you. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
We didn't realize
Maybe
just
it
how
was-
many coyotes we had in the neighborhood till we got our bird feeder camera, and it's down at the bottom of the
Yeah.
hill behind our house. And I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
there's like coyotes and foxes that come by every night. And
Mm-hmm. Wes, you still have not met Johnny in person.
No.
Stuart, have you met Johnny in person?
No.
You guys have
We're
only
not-
met each other. So I get to meet Johnny before you guys meet Johnny. Okay. All right.
There you
We're
go.
not sure if he's real or if it's just like AI or something. So that's,
This is what $20 on ChatGPT will
Yeah.
do.
Johnny is our AI part of the program.
Yeah. Yep.
But Stuart and I have met. We've met a couple of times. Of course,
Yeah, you guys have done some shady deals with Beanie Babies and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
which we do have another one we
unforgettable.
got to make. So
yeah, about time to do another one. I've sold all the other ones. So,
it's out of a stash.
Crazy.
Did you really?
yep.
Yeah.
In your
So,
booth?
I mean, I sell them in the booth at $5 a piece. So it's
That's pretty good for Beanie Babies.
you put them at the level where the kids are, and then like the kids pull them out. and
Mommy,
the
I
parents
want
buy 'em
one.
for 'em.
I want this.
There is a gas station like an hour from here, way out in the boonies, and I've actually went and like comped some of their stuff because it has such a layer of dust on it. Like it is so old. Stuff in there is probably older than me. And they do the same thing, like right out by the checkout, they have Beanie Babies. Like I'm pretty sure they bought them in the 90s and they're still trying to get rid of them. But I've watched parents pay $15 because their kid's sitting there whining about it and got it in their hand, and they're like, okay, just throw it up there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of those country convenience stores, you wonder about how long things have been in there. I know when I was in college, there was this little hole in the wall convenience store, and they sold like various canned goods. And I think there was one can that had been in there. We knew when we were freshmen, it was there. It was still there when we were sophomores and had dust on it, like you said. So we actually put an X in it. And then, like when we graduated, that can was still there with the X.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah, I
wow.
Like a can of like beans or something, if I
I
remember.
wouldn't be
correctly.
getting the food from some of these
I was
places.
gonna say,
Definitely.
that's when it becomes a fraternity thing. Now you got to open it up and make somebody eat it. All right, like a frat prank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely went to Charleston. Gross. Okay.
So, what's on the horizon for the Consignment Chat ladies coming up?
Outside of
Next little
Nashville,
bit. What
Well-
about show-wise? Any great topics y'all have coming up? Or
well, we always talk great topics. Stuart, come on, man.
Do you think we actually plan that far
Like, we don't
ahead?
plan ahead anymore. So
Yeah.
when we first started, however many years ago that was, Libby always tells me, and I think she's lying. How many years ago was it?
4.
4.
But anyway,
I've
4
been
years,
here for like
I
2 and
was
a
waiting
half.
for a way bigger number than that.
4 years ago, we started
It's just for the podcast. They've been doing the podcast for 4 years.
podcast for 4 years. We would like meet and feel like we had to like lay it out on the line, like develop the whole like 6 months of what we're recording. And now we're like, we record on Mondays for it to go out on Tuesday. We'll get there. All right, what are we talking about today?
We literally at like 10 a.m. on a Monday, we're like, so what are you guys thinking about? Oh yeah, that sounds good. Somebody asked that question. That's great. And then a couple hours later, it's a thing. It's in
Yeah,
there.
I mean, it's easy because we have the community. People are asking questions. Are kind of in tune with that. We do our mastermind. We know what's on people's minds, you know?
Look at you plugging in all the
It's called
things.
being reseller veterans, is what it's called. I mean,
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
I
that's
guess.
where you're at.
Definitely a
We used
different
to send
stage.
those texts to each other, but we stopped and we just
Yeah, we just
do it
Yeah.
like now.
Now you just got to show up and be fun. And
Stuart kept sending the chat GPT stuff to us, so we were like, "What? What are you even talking about?"
They dismiss
Alex
all my
says we should.
ChatGPT stuff too. It's I'm like, it says these are good SEO, whatever, and they're like, no, that doesn't. That's fine. It's okay.
it's got to sound good. I don't know. Anyway, so Libby, tell them about the 12-week year because that we're getting ready to start.
Yes, we're starting year 2 of the 12-week year. We do this. What's the tagline for it, Samantha?
Intensive is
Get
one of the
more done in
Res-
12 weeks than most people do in 12 months.
Yes.
Yeah, so we condense our year down. We just are finishing up tonight, year 1 of our 12-week year. We're having a New Year's Eve party this week to celebrate. Yeah.
Mhm.
But we have a group of like super dedicated resellers setting goals and just doing all these amazing things. Like the progress in 12 weeks has been just phenomenal. And everybody comes, checks in once a week. Like we have people that have lost weight. We have people that have like boosted their sales incredibly. We have people that started YouTube, like doing like regular YouTube things. Like there's just,
Mhm.
it's just
That's
so inspiring to see.
that's what I love about it is we're all setting goals and stuff based on our own stuff. It's not like we're following this rigid plan of like, okay, you're all going to boost your sales by 20% and you're going to do this. It's whatever you want to get out of the next couple months. Like you set your goals. Almost everybody has a personal goal along with their business goal. So if they want to lose weight or they want to spend more time with their family or they want to whatever, drink more water. And then we break that down into smaller goals. So, okay, you want this quarter to be 10% higher than the same one last year. What are you going to do? You're going to do this every week. You're going to do this every day. And then that's what we check in on every week. We check in, you grade yourself. Nobody's sitting there critiquing you. You're coming in and saying, I nailed this one, but I just couldn't do this every day. And then we tweak it and we figure out how you can do it and be successful. And it's been awesome.
The dedication is like awe-inspiring of our group. It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So that starts year 2, 2025.
Year 2 starts on April 7th. Yep.
We open that up just before the next one starts every 12 weeks so that new people can join in. You can join in anytime we open registration, pop in, do a 12 weeks with us, change your life. You'll stick around. It'll be great.
Now, Johnny,
we're not even being dramatic here.
Johnny, don't tell Lizzie, though, because we know she doesn't like any kind of like plan or accountability.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
Maybe we could do like a year and a day and we come up with something. I'm going to do this until tomorrow. I'm going to drink more water until tomorrow. And then
tomorrow. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Finders Flippers answer to the 12-week year. There you go.
Yes.
I did it.
You're like, I've been drinking water for years.
I love it. We actually could. So we also do a weekly mastermind group. One level meets with us once a month, and then the other level meets with us every week. And we just pick like one thing to do better this week. What one thing do you want to get done in your business? And we call it our priority. And then what one thing do you want to focus on, like health wise or like personally? And a lot of people, it is drink more water. I want to drink X amount of ounces every day or whatever. And then they'll pick like one thing, like I want to get through that bag of stuff that I bought a couple weeks ago, or I want to, finish putting away my inventory or stuff like that. But water is definitely a focus in that group. A lot. Yeah. More than their money mountains sometimes.
And let me tell you something. You make sure you get it done before the following Tuesday, because the last thing you want is Samantha.
Put your face up in the screen. Show them what you
Give
do.
it one of those because you didn't get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Stuart, do you think we could get ChatGPT to take all of our addresses and find out what the exact middle meeting point would be? And that would be where we would have our meetup?
That's what, yes.
Sure we could. Everybody text me your address and we'll figure out what the exact geographic center for us to go meet. And then we can go do a show from there. All right, here, y'all ready?
Yep.
So first it said, it looks like there was an issue reaching the geolocation service needed to calculate the exact geographic center, likely due to a temporary connection problem. But no worries, I can estimate a central meetup location based on the cities you provided. A rough midpoint between these cities would likely land somewhere around southern Ohio or eastern Kentucky, potentially near Chillicothe. Is it Chillicothe, Ohio, or Huntington, West Virginia?
Now I got it. Now we're going to get off. The girls going to go, what do you mean hosting a meetup? What are you doing?
You also got to think about what to offer too.
He's like, once I get an area, then I'll do all the research to figure out what's got good stuff for us.
Anytime I click on a town and the first thing that comes up is a Super 8, I'm always a little questionable.
I've never been to a Super 8.
Molly, y'all go to Charleston and stay in a Super 8 down there, okay?
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Every trip,
people like to play College of Charleston in a Super 8.
Yeah. Anybody watching this episode to know, do not worry. I will make it worthy of attending. Don't listen to what they're coming up with. That ain't gonna happen.
So we do so much in our Patreon. So everybody go like and subscribe to our YouTube, do all that stuff. Consignment Chats, like everywhere. We have a Facebook community, Consignment Chats community. And it's for all resellers. So you don't have to be consignment selling. You don't have to, we're going to talk to you about consignment and we're going to tell you why it's such a great idea, but you don't have to do it. And then go over to Patreon and like us on there as well. Join free is what it's called. And then you'll get all the updates when we do free stuff. We have a book club, guys. I started reading the book today.
Oh my gosh, I just finished it last night, y'all. It is such a freaking good book.
I just started it today. I haven't. It is a good book. So we do like business book clubs and like, smart, like business wise stuff that like we apply to reselling. And we do all that too, but then like we also read about like murders. So, and that's free, guys. You can come talk murders with us for free.
We also have a book club.
You do?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, last month we read One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. We broke it down. It was captivating.
Well, hey, hold on. Hey, Johnny, hold on, though. Hold on. On our podcast, we do have a children's book author on it. So
This is true, Wes.
So
We do. I don't know when y'all have time to list because y'all do so much. I mean, we get together once a week and talk, and Wes does some work editing. Johnny does some work with thumbnails. I do a little work, but mostly Alex does it. And yeah, we have no Patreon, but we would accept cash, money order, or a good check. So if anybody wanted to send us money, but
we somehow we do it. You know why? It's because I get it done because I don't want to disappoint Libby and I don't want Samantha yelling at me. So I make sure I get my listings done.
There we go. We guilt her into it every day.
y'all are awesome.
It's one of those things, when you get busy and you're doing, you just do, right? Like you just keep doing. So,
well, luckily we have weekly meetings where we talk about all our goals and the things that we need to complete and do, and it keeps us on track. Because let me tell you, when we were in Vegas, the only day that I felt on track was the day that we had our 12-week year meeting and we all checked in, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can do all this stuff while I'm on vacation. And then that went away and I didn't do any of it. But that's
no. But it was okay. You survived and you had fun.
Yeah.
It's all
Stuart, you can go back to talking about how great we are again, Stuart. Sorry.
I was going to say, I mean, it's awesome everything y'all do for the reselling community. And I mean, as Molly said at the first, y'all have such giving hearts. And I really enjoyed getting to know y'all over the last however many years it's been. I guess since the first Boss Reseller. Was it the first or the second when I met y'all?
The second one that Libby and I went to was our first. Did we meet you at the pool party? Was that the first time we met?
I can't remember now.
Y'all came to the pool party. I think that was the first time we met. Didn't you come to the pool?
That's right, because Amy was with me the second time. So
yeah.
But you guys were fast friends. You just meet those people and you know.
When you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
Even if it's the first time.
But no, we love it. We do love our community and we love helping people. I mean, we love giving any information we can to help people grow. And even though Johnny doesn't agree, this community of reselling is such a non-competitive community. Everybody can be successful. We can all go sourcing at the same spot and all come out with a bunch of good bangers and have a successful business. So that's why I love it. I love it because
she's trying to get Johnny's sourcing information out of him.
Right.
She's buttering him up.
I know where all the places are here, friends. Trust.
Well, Molly,
Johnny's good with all that as long as he's the most successful.
We're going to challenge him.
Everybody eats. I just eat first and the most.
All right, what are you going to challenge him with, Wes? Let's hear this.
Well, when we get to our 500 subscribers, Johnny's coming over the mountain to Knoxville, and we're going to be doing a bowling game with him to see how competitive he really is. So,
oh my gosh, we watched Libby play air hockey. We watched Libby play air hockey in Vegas, and we knew she was competitive. When you start adding sports and like actual games to this, it's going to get dangerous. I don't know what you're signing up for here.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I just want to make it known that I beat Libby in air hockey. I took her down. I'm just saying.
It's true. Don't make her cry again, Molly. Come on. Come on.
Libby, isn't it worse when they don't care, right?
Right. So when
That's
the
my
bowling
worst.
thing happens, Wes, I need to be in the know because I need to drive over the mountain too because I want to be able to be there and film it all and watch.
You won't go around the corner to Johnny's house, but you'll go through the mountain, over the river, and through the woods. Okay. Well,
I think Molly's wanting to come bowl with us. What do you think, Molly? You want to come on in and
Yeah.
bowl with us?
Yeah.
I think y'all should all come down for the
All of you
500th
come on down.
episode.
We'll just all bowl.
There you go.
Samantha, we have another 2 weeks available.
we'll make a vacation out of anything. That's fine.
There
Yeah.
you go.
It's only like a 13-hour drive. That's cool. Yeah.
You got this. You got this. Well, y'all.
I do wish that I could enjoy just like a game, like just fun. I wish I could. I'm just
I'm
not
with you,
winning.
Johnny. It's a lot of pressure to always have
Yeah.
to like win. It's a lot.
You know, it's funny. I'm sitting here
It's
trying
a gift
to.
and a curse.
You remember when you were in grade school and they'd give you the worksheets and you'd have to connect like the word duck across with the picture duck and the word with the pig and the shoe and the shoe. Well, I'm looking at us right now and I'm thinking, how do these lines connect? Okay, clearly Johnny connects to Libby. They're both ultra competitive people.
Mhm.
So then Samantha, who do you and I connect with?
I don't know. We don't know Wes enough because he never joins us on anything. So I don't know.
Oh, no.
Molly and
no.
Stuart and Samantha and Wes. It has to be. I mean, if you
Oh.
saw these guys sourcing, you would know that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's
Easy to find
true.
when it comes to sourcing.
All right, so the lines go Stuart and Molly. Okay, we got across from Johnny to Libby. We got Wes and Samantha. All right,
We have official counterparts.
there we go.
And don't underestimate my competitiveness. I had two brothers, so we were
Oh,
still
Hey,
very.
I can be it too, but these
Okay.
two are clearly much more, very, very competitive. So there is your social media graphic. Thank you. You put the little grade school with the people and connect us for a social media graphic. Yep, thanks. You're welcome. Anytime I can be
Alright.
of help.
Thumbnail done.
I mean, I think that's better than Alex.
Yeah, yeah. You know.
I'm
I'm
just
going to
glad.
name my AI chatbot Molly.
There we go. I'm just glad you didn't
Why
name
not?
it
Everybody else
Alexa.
names their dogs Molly. I think I'd rather AI than a dog.
Right?
Well, guys, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
for
I
having us.
appreciate you guys so much.
Well, we're doing this every week now, right? Like I thought that was part of the deal. Yeah.
I'm excited about a little Molly house party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Doing it. Yep.
You have
Did
to
you
do,
tell
you'll
Lizzie
have to
yet?
do a little video for us. So,
Oh, we
Yes.
will.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we might FaceTime you so you can join in. We'll just put you on the screen and stick you on the table.
let's do it.
I'll give you the menu ahead of time so you can go ahead and cook what you really feel like you're a part
I'll
of
go
it.
ahead and try to work it into mine over here.
Yeah, Johnny, I am looking forward to it. We are looking forward to Nashville. I cannot thank you guys enough for having us yet again on your show because we love hanging out with y'all. We love
Always a
it.
good time.
I think you're a
Well,
three-timer now, Molly.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You're all by
Yeah.
yourself,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You know, I forgot to tell
Overachiever.
Nick to crawl past me, but I'm kind of in a corner. I was going to tell
Yeah,
him to make sure he crawled
She
by
wasn't
me.
gonna
I
let
was
that
going to
crawling
comment on the
happen.
lack of shadow moving in the background.
Human centipede.
Right?
That was a terrible movie. Don't watch that movie. It was
Oh,
bad.
oh,
It was so bad.
Oh.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Finders Flippers Resell Podcast. We appreciate it so much, and we hope you all have a great trip to Nashville.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Well, that is all the time that we have this evening on episode 59. We appreciate the Consignment Chat ladies coming in. Gentlemen, what a great show this evening.
That was. I always enjoy having the Consignment Chat ladies on, bring great information. We just have a great time with them. Can't wait to see them in person. Definitely got to get them down to bowl with us sometime. And everybody make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're now 21 away from 300. So real close to doing our next live show. So looking forward to that.
Looking forward to it. Well, gentlemen, have another great week of reselling, and we will talk soon.
Bye, guys.